Hey, good evening, folks. A nice day in the markets overall today. I hope everybody had a good time. So today, we had an interesting day. The market gapped up due to the Apple earnings, and people were feeling pretty good, and so that lifted up tech stocks and a whole host of other things, and they gave us a nice boost. And we ended up having quite a few opportunities intraday where the market really could have rolled over and failed, and it looked like the market was getting pretty soft for a while. And then every time that weakness came in, we would just end up ramping back up, and we ended up closing right near our highs, which I thought was a fairly bullish. By no means do I think that we're right out of the woods, but we did have a couple important things, right? We finally broke back over this 20-day moving average, which had been serving as a little bit of resistance here, the declining 20. And then now we're right back kind of at the top of the range that we've been trading in for the last couple weeks. And so we're not out of the woods, but it's definitely positive, right? That we're at least inching higher. Now in the past, right, after we've had nice days, we've kind of ran really fast to the downside the next couple days, and so be careful of that. I tried to make sure I wasn't loaded up on stocks here, because right now we're in a box, and when you're in a box, right, you really can buy at the bottom of the box, sell at the top of the box, and then you can really load up if the top of the box breaks, and we're just not there, right? And so we'll see tomorrow. That'll be a pivotal day. But in the past, we have been, the last few times, right, had a down day after really having a nice up day. So something to keep a watch on. Even if we're looking right intraday, we're right kind of smack dab at this resistance level. This is the 30-minute chart, and so this was our previous high here, and so we're right under that, and so we're kind of right in this resistance zone that we've had trouble getting past. And so we really need to keep an eye out on that, because the last few times, right, we've come up towards these tops, we've really cascaded down pretty quickly, and so we have to be aware of that. Now, will that happen this time? No. But all you can do as a trader is really know your levels, and then assign some type of probabilities to them, and let them play out. And so I'll be watching very closely. And so I didn't hold too much overnight. I held some ZAG and a couple other stocks, but nothing major. And if we start getting out of this area, then I'll start looking at it and thinking that maybe we can run to 1400 or 1402 or something along that end, and give us a little bit more upside. The good thing is I did definitely see some good stocks for the watch list tomorrow, and I wanted to get this done really quick. I usually do these at night, but we've been doing the Bulls 16-day trading boot camp for some of our members, and so I've been getting tied up because it's every day at 8 p.m. First stock on the list, NFEC. It's got a very similar look to CLNT before CLNT's move today, and so I do think that this one can go tomorrow. I think this $2 level's probably really important. And it briefly crossed over today, and I actually bought some, and then like a big wuss, I didn't feel like holding it overnight, so I just sold it for scratch. But I think that this one's got got a good look to it. If it can get over 2, it might go to 225. But the way these things have been going, they've been really ramping into 40 and 50 cent moves. And so don't be surprised if this does a CLNT type of move tomorrow. This is definitely my favorite stock on my list. I've got SMSI. So this one, it had a big tank here a couple weeks ago, and then we thrusted back up, and now we're just flagging. So I think if we can break out of this 222 area, 220 area, we'll probably run straight to 240, the 50-day moving average. I gotta watch on CYTX. Look for a break over 50 cents to take us to the 50-day moving average. This could be a nice little bottom bounce. Rest, similar look. I saw a lot of oil stocks, a lot of oil and gas type of stocks having nice runs today. This one is on a dead bottom. I mean, this is kind of a bear flag in a way, but I think if it can break above the top of the box here and take out this 20-day moving average, we wouldn't really see any level of supply till 325, 330, and so it gives us a nice bit of upside here. This stock's come down a long way from being 450. It definitely has some room. SCH still waiting. I've been waiting for this one for a while to come out of this range here. I think when that does happen, though, we're probably going to have a quick run to 5. I like this stock. The one thing I don't like is that it's a REIT, and these REITs are impossible to day trade. They don't move fast, and they just suck sometimes. WIBC, just a regional bank. Regional banks have been looking pretty strong here, right? We've had a volume uptick today, potential break over highs here. We have a lot of airspace here up at top with no real resistance till, maybe $6. Looks pretty good to me. GTIM, man, I thought I had this one. I shorted this thing right a little bit under 5 today. It was tapping that 450 level for like an hour, and I thought, here we go. I'm gonna ride this bad boy down to $3 and cash in, and it didn't happen. It's a strong sucker, and so I wouldn't place my bets on it being a short anymore necessarily. Who knows? If it has some weakness, it might go. It might trigger on a morning red to green or a late day red to green. If it cracks, then I will look to short it. The shares weren't so hard to borrow today, and so I anticipate at least tomorrow that it should be the same way. MITK, this is John Welsh's favorite friend. I see him trade this thing every day. Very nice close today, right near highs. I think if this thing gets over $6, it can start really getting in some buyers and make a run to this 20-day moving average, which is around 710. But this stock's really oversold. I mean, it's had a big tank, right? And all because of some hokey lawsuit. So who knows? We start taking out these levels, you'll see no real resistance up until the 20-day moving average. SBSA, this has got a great look to it. This is a flag pattern. I think this one could break out here, so put this bad boy right where you need it. DDMG, I don't know exactly where to buy this, but I like the way it's been acting lately. It's got a big, nice range here, 50 cents to $1. The volume's been perking up of late, so I'm going to have this on watch for day trades. I think we'll probably have an IPO breakout out of this sometime in the next week or two. LCAV, probably might be a slow mover, but we've got a range break right here, and if that range break happens, then we won't see any level of supply till $8 or so. So not bad, good one there. GTIV, this one tried to break 9 today. I almost took it, but it was too extended intraday to really buy it. It broke out intraday at 890. And then when it ran right into the $9 resistance, it kind of just failed. And so when you're trading, you really want things to align on all time frames, and we just didn't have it on this one. LCC, we've got a triple tap here for a breakout. Who knows? Maybe this one will go. Looks like more of a scalp type of trade here. Maybe it runs at 1030, 1040. ZAG, I took a piece of this home. I got an entry at 1148. If we can break over this 200-day moving average, we might start squeezing a little bit. The volume did uptick today. Groupon, keep this on watch. We took a position in this last night and sold at 1220 and 1230. I think it might have more in it here, so I've got this on watch for day trades. The one thing I don't like is that it's been up the last 3 days in a row on declining volume, so there's really not much conviction behind this thing. It might just be a little bit of a dead cat bounce. And I've got Yelp on watch for a potential reversal. Zynga went today, Groupon went today, right? All these things are green. Zynga is still, just in the big shitter over here. But 20 is huge support. Most likely that's going to be the low. It's been a real low volume dump. I mean, it's not like you necessarily had big institutions and people just running to get rid of their shares. It's just, right, there was fear in the market, and people were really dumping their risky names and unloading risk off the table, and so a lot of these type of stocks, especially Yelp, which doesn't have tremendous amount of volume and things like that, I could drop a 2,000 block, on market on Yelp and drop it 50 cents. That's how thin it trades sometimes. And then Dunkin' Donuts. Dunkin' Donuts here. This has got the look here for a breakout, so keep this on watch here. Obviously, we're going to have to really align this on all time frames and make sure we nail the setup here. But it's gearing up for a run, that's for sure. And who doesn't like Dunkin' Donuts? Good look here, good product. Could go tomorrow, if not, sometime later in this week if the market holds up. So that's it for now, guys. Hope you guys are all staying out of trouble and finding some good winners. It seems like, every day there's a couple stocks that really go up, 50%, 100%. So, even if you can nail, 20, 30% of that move, you should have a good day. So, keep looking for those bad boys. Have a good one, and I will see you guys all later.